And there we go. Well, hi, everybody. We wanted to hop on. I know you've been hearing a lot about our Purple Pill program. I've been sharing on my feed and the stories. And I want to have my friend Dawn come on tonight. She was actually in the pilot group. And she's going to share how she basically ditched diets forever. She lost 9 pounds, 7.5 inches, and then 2% body fat in the month of December. So if you're going to test out any kind of diet or weight loss program, I mean, the month of December is really the time to do it when you have sugar cookies and family get-togethers, all kinds of stuff. So, Dawn, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the pilot group.
Yeah. So I've been with this company that Brian and I are both partnered with for a couple of years now, and we've been talking along, this whole time about mental fitness, mental wellness, kind of loving yourself and self-care, all through the gut-brain axis. We call it the gut-brain axis, GBX lifestyle. And so just doing a lot of natural, holistic ways of taking care of ourselves through nutrition and supplementation and activity and community. And so we have not really been focused on weight loss for the past 4 years, but we are now coming out with the Purple Pill program, which is a quad, we can get into this in a minute, but a quad-biotic targeted to weight loss, because we know, or I believe, that when you're not feeling great about yourself and how you take care of yourself shows up in your weight, right? For most of us anyway. And it certainly did for me in the year 2021. It was a very stressful year for me for lots of reasons. One of them being the quarantine COVID situation, one of them being menopause hitting, and then just a lot of stress in my business and my relationships, and kind of, it was like that Mercury in retrograde the whole year, right? Where you're just like fighting. So when I was tapped on the shoulder to be in this program, I said, this could be a way for me to just break through the plateau I was feeling in my weight, mood, and business. So I jumped at the chance.
Yeah, that's exciting to be able to launch something like that. That's really never been done before, as far as integrating the whole gut-brain axis system into weight loss. Like I've been in weight loss and fitness for quite a while. Like 8 or 9 years ago, we were really into it. We would run challenge groups and all kinds of stuff, but we never really seemed to get our clients really great results like we were hoping. And so trying to add in, this missing link of, taking the gut-brain axis, incorporating that into it, I think is really the key to it all. So let's talk a little bit about just what the basics of the Purple Pill program. Yeah. People see Purple Pill and they're like, oh, it's a diet pill, and it's not really a diet pill. It's a whole program.
Well, I, like yourself, Brian, I was in weight loss before I joined the mental wellness company. And what I saw was that, could I help people lose weight? Absolutely. But did they sustain it? And when they didn't, when they started putting it back on, what was the reason? Like, why wouldn't they just keep doing things that made them feel good and look good and, just optimize themselves, right? Why wouldn't you just keep on that path? But people just didn't sustain it for whatever reason, and so, like you said, this really is the missing link, because now we're not only dealing with helping people lose weight, but also their mental fitness, their body image, their confidence, their belief that they deserve it too. And I think that when I helped people lose weight before, they didn't necessarily believe they deserved it, and they didn't change their identity along with it. So I think that's what we're doing here. That's very different than a diet pill or another sort of, caffeine driven or other sort of ways that people lose weight, kind of those synthetic methods. And then the cleansing and all those things that we can talk about. But let's talk about the Purple Pill. Because I was a big cleanser. I cleansed a lot, and it worked for a long time, but then it didn't. So let's talk about why the Purple Pill is different. So if you've been following Brian, you probably have heard about this gut-brain axis and the gut microbiome. So what makes this program different is that our Purple Pill, like the pill itself, I should have brought one upstairs with me, is a quad-biotic. So what that means is it's a prebiotic, a probiotic, a phytobiotic, and a postbiotic. That postbiotic is new. It's like never been incorporated with these other biotics. before this. And so we all know about prebiotics and probiotics, right? Phytobiotics are the food that feeds the good bacteria, so that feeds the probiotics. And then the postbiotic is sort of a dead version of the prebiotic, which allows it to do different things in your cells. So that's how it's targeting your gut microbiome, helping with signaling between your gut and your brain to reduce cravings, to manage insulin, to help you with hormone kind of balance and regulation, to help release fat, and to send signals to your brain that it doesn't need to store fat. So I know that was a lot of kind of half science, kind of lecture there, but it's really exciting. And if you are somebody who is very much more into the science part of it, and you want to know the research behind it and all the ingredients, that is available to you. Brian can get you your hands on the video of the doctor who formulated it talking about it, and also the white sheets for why we're using every ingredient that we're using. So
yeah, he just did like a deep dive into all the
yeah,
stuff, and when he dives deep into the science, like he gets down into the nitty gritty stuff.
yeah,
So if that's your thing, we
we can
can.
give you that. Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a college level course in physiology. I feel like he
Yeah.
teaches when he goes there. But there's also shorter versions that make more sense if you're not so into the science. But the rest of the program is eat, move, sleep. So let's talk about that for a second. So yes, to take the supplement, the purple pill, I used it twice a day in the pilot group.
Okay.
But the rest of what I did was eat clean-ish. I ate pretty clean, although I did go on a 4-day cruise over Christmas where I had
Yeah.
dessert and I drank wine and I whatever had cheese, things like that. But most of the time, most of the month of December, I ate pretty well. Um, and then I was also starting intermittent fasting. That's a recommendation, not a requirement, but it's a recommendation. So I had never done intermittent fasting before, but what it is you start eating at noon and you stop eating at 8. Now that doesn't mean that you eat for 8 hours, but that's your time that in which you're going to allow yourself to eat. So what helped me about that was I would often skip breakfast anyway, probably yourself too, Brian. Like you probably run out the door in the morning and you're like, don't eat until lunchtime.
Yeah,
Um,
our lunch is at 11, like 11:10. So we're like,
yes,
it's like
early.
we're just gonna skip breakfast and wait till lunch anyways.
Yeah, teachers. My daughter, I think, has it at like 11:15 as well. In high school, it's so early.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so it wasn't the morning part that was a problem for me at all. But I tell you what really helped with the time restricted eating or the intermittent fasting. I used to sit on the couch with a bag of chips at like 8:30 at night or 9 o'clock at night. Like I'm just gonna have a couple, whatever. And then I'd have to bring the whole bag to just have a couple. So it really helped me on the back end of the day to not be eating after 8 p.m. And then the move part, all it is move 30 minutes a day. And for some days, it was go to the gym, do a workout video. I downloaded Apple Fitness to my phone, 3 months free. And they have a lot of really good stuff on there. And then other days, I would just walk the dogs. And that was it. So I wasn't working out near as much as I had done in the past. And I didn't get results, right? And so now I was getting results and I was working out less. And then sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. Now, sleep wasn't really a big deal for me, but I know it is for some people. And especially women going through menopause, if you're having those like 2, 3 a.m. wake, wide awake, and then you're exhausted when your alarm goes off, this is a great plan because it's going to actually help you to fall asleep, get deeper quality sleep, and wake up feeling refreshed. And who doesn't want that? So
Yeah.
eat, move, sleep is the 3 parts of the program, and the purple pill twice a day. And it was completely effective for me. And I'm still losing. I'm now down over 10 pounds.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that eat, move, sleep is it sounds really simple, but it's such a real important part of the program, I think, because
Yeah.
that tends to get ignored. Especially from like if you're a parent of young kids, that's the
Yeah.
one thing that we've noticed because our time once we got the kids in bed was like, oh, we get to like watch our own shows and eat our own
Yeah.
snacks and relax, and
Exactly. Yeah.
instead of going to bed at 10 or 10:30 like we should have, we're staying
Yeah.
up to 11:30 binging on Netflix. And we just a couple days into the program going to sleep. I think last night we were in bed by 10:30, and it's like the early. I mean, even when we started talking almost a year ago, I was telling you how bad our sleep habits were,
Yeah.
and I woke up today and we had probably almost 7 hours of sleep, and that's probably the most
Yeah.
longest and deepest sleep we've had since, oh gosh, I don't know when.
Yeah. Well, you have small kids. I mean, I remember when my daughter was little, I didn't sleep through the night for 3 years. You know, I slept at, the way I tell it is I slept in 3 hour blocks, you know, for 3 years. And I was like, my brain was mush. So, yeah. So parents of young children know what that's all about. But getting to bed, you know, 9:30, 10, 10:30, and getting up at, you know, between 5:30 and 7 is really the right way to take care of ourselves. Turning
Yeah.
off the TV, turning, you know, putting down the glass of wine, whatever it is you do to unwind, and just saying, I'm going to unwind in bed because my
Yeah.
body and my brain need this.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And that what I think is one of the most important things. Just okay, setting that intention for sleep, and making sure that's a big part of your whole mental fitness
Mm-hmm.
journey.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your transformation. We've had this big exciting launch. People have
Yeah.
been probably been reading about it everywhere. And one of the things
Sure.
that you shared with me the other day was how it's not only transformed your weight, but also your mood, and then through your business with the mental wellness company as well.
Yeah, you know, we tend to talk a lot about the 10 pounds, or we focus on the inches and whatever, but really that all is secondary to having more energy and just feeling not so much energy and like physical energy to get through the day, but also like I just feel like I'm happier and lighter and more creative and just more open to new things versus a few months ago when I was more irritable and my mood was really low. I was kind of like, I don't even want to have a conversation. Like, leave me alone. You know, I'm fine with my bag of chips. Right.
Yeah,
So my mood is definitely more the way I want it to be. Right. The way I used to be. Right. And so I used to really enjoy my own sense of humor, you know, and I felt like for the last 6 to 8 months, I didn't have much of a sense of humor. And I feel like that's back. And that's an indication to me that my mood is better. And when my mood is better, like, it's like the barometer of the household, right? Like the whole household runs better when my mood is better.
yeah,
And then how does that spill over into my business? I'm more creative. I'm more focused. I'm feeling better about myself. My confidence is way up. My creativity is way up. And it's spilling over to my business because now I'm like, yeah, I'm like putting my name behind these products. I'm putting my name behind these systems and strategies we have. And I'll tell you, Brian, and you're a big part of that. Brian is the second top enroller in my team this month. Um, our friend Amanda has beat you by a couple of enrollments, but you're number two. And so that's amazing because you've been with me for a while, and this is really what's changed your business. My business is up 140% from what it was last month to this date.
wow,
So that's huge from this
yeah,
one product launch. But it's not only the product, it's the community, it's the system, it's the strategy, it's the results that people are getting. And people are jumping on like ready to go, ready to get into this plan. Perfect time of year. Everybody's like already struggling with their New Year's resolutions in the third week of January. So it's a perfect time of year to say, okay, this year I'm going to do it. Right. So it's definitely transformed my weight, which you've heard about, my mood. I don't know if you can see it, but I just feel amazing. I feel like I'm the person I have wanted to be for the last year.
yeah. You
And
can see it in your face. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. And with that, you know, when you feel good about yourself, your business flows, right? The reason, if you're an R type of business, the reason you're stuck is really about yourself, which is a hard lesson to swallow sometimes, but it
Yeah.
totally had to do with me and my energy. And so smash the plateaus.
Yes. Yeah, and so one of the things I do want to talk about tonight, because I had some of our clients asking about it because it's
Yeah.
getting ready to launch, is this challenge
Yeah.
that
Let's
we're
talk
going to be
about that.
kicking off. And I shared my stories yesterday. Like I've done lots of challenges, probably 7 or 8 years ago, with different levels of success. But we're doing it differently. So I'm going to share just a little bit about the challenge, and
Yeah.
then we can go from there.
Yeah. So the company we're partnered with is actually going to be running a challenge from February 1st. It's 90 days. So whatever 90 days after that is, registration opens on Wednesday, but we're going to be running a challenge. And there's the top grand prize is $2,000 cash. And then there's other prizes, I think trips and things like that. Also on the list of things, like the top 20 people earn something. But really what it is, and I throw that out there because anybody who's competitive, like when I first heard about it, I'm like, that's $2,000 is mine. Like I am
Yeah.
running for that, right? Because I like the competition, and that really resonates with some people. Other people, it's a little bit of a turnoff, the competition. So what I want to say is it's also about community and answering each other's questions and inspiring and supporting each other through this journey, and being there when somebody has, a tough day or a bad moment or a bad choice, and saying like, listen, just put that down, like drop the luggage and move on. Like we've still got time left. You still the rest of your day, or there's still tomorrow. So we want to make sure that we have support, the perfect balance of support, education, and competition. And so our team specifically has started a private group called Eat, Move, Sleep Your Way to Mental and Physical Fitness, because really this is about mental and physical fitness, right? And whatever it is you're looking for as a result, breaking through a plateau in your weight, breaking through a plateau in your mood, even your business, whatever it is you're trying to do, we can help you with our Purple Pill program. And if you want to join our community, become a member, get the education, get the inspiration, reach out to Brian, because he can hook you up and get you started on the program, where we are ready to support you.
Yeah, for sure. We actually have a live workshop. So if what we're talking about tonight resonates with how you want to achieve your health goals, maybe you work in direct sales like we do, and you've done weight loss before and just weren't satisfied with the results we're getting with your clients. Maybe you're getting burned out with other types of challenges and things like that, and you're just not really fulfilling your purpose with where you're at. Come check out what we're doing. We have the workshops called How the Mental Wellness Company Does Weight Loss. That's on Thursday at 2 p.m. There will be a replay. So, it's in the middle of the workday, but we'll make sure you get connected with that replay. If that's you, just drop event down below. I'll make sure to reach out to you. You can always direct message me as well. And we'll get you that information and check that out. But we're having a lot of fun here. And Dawn, thank you so much for hopping on. And we'll talk to everybody later.
Awesome. Bye-bye.
Bye.